Camarines Norte State College Public Forum and Candidates Presentation for CNSC Presidency would like to thank our usherettes and ushers. Miss Mylene Q. Alarcon, Miss Eileen A. David, Miss April Grace Cavita, Miss Chris Joy Nala, Miss Maricel Balon, Mr. Eugene O. Balindan, Architect Sandino M. Ginto, Mr. J. Moronio, Mr. John Dave O. Sartiga, Mr. Ruel V. Rafe, and Mr. Romil Rafon. Public Forum and Candidates Presentation for CNSC Presidency Working Committee. Thank you very much, Dr. Maria Angela Jostefa G. Pio Quinto, Mr. Mark Lester Acuni, Mr. Silvestre E. Aborde, Miss Genevieve L. Elef, Miss Maria Viennica A. Gosse, Mr. Samuel De Vera, Mr. Odelio De La Cruz, Mr. Genaro Balauro, Mr. Russell John Belarma, Mr. Jennifer Alarcon, Mr. Kim Alfonso Reynes, Miss Shala Rica E. Mancenido, Mr. Rodel S. Elises, Miss Shara N. Pabires, Miss April D. Ocampo, Mr. Paulo C. Payumo, Miss Crisel Joy Loreno, Mr. Jason D. Santos, Mr. Adonis L. Salen II, Miss Antoinette B. Villen, Miss Emiru B. Chavez. Would also like to thank our 2 PICRO staff, our 10 ITSO staff, our 10 ROTC officers, our 52 CPOW team, our 15 HM student servers, and our dear Breakthrough staff, the official student publication of CNSC. Maraming salamat po. Good morning, CNSC. In just a few minutes, we will begin our public forum for the search for the next president of Camarines Norte State College. Before we officially start, may we kindly request your attention for a few important reminders. Please settle down and take your seats as we are about to begin the program in a minute. We remind everyone to keep the venue quiet and respectful throughout the entire program. Let us maintain the decorum fitting for this formal academic event. Kindly ensure that your mobile phones are set to silent mode or switch off to avoid interruptions during the proceedings. For your convenience, comfort rooms are located at the left wing of the venue. You may use them before the program begins or during brief transitions to minimize disruptions. During the presentation and open forum, we ask everyone to refrain from unnecessary noise or side conversations to give our candidates the full attention they deserve. For the open forum segment, questions will be entertained after all candidates have presented, and participants will be acknowledged by the moderator. Lastly, let us all uphold the values of respect, courtesy, and professionalism as we listen to the ideas and visions that will help shape the future of Camarines Norte State College. Also, catch the Camarines Norte State College Public Forum for the search for the next CNSC President, streaming live on our official Facebook page, CNSC Information Technology Services Office. Be part of this important event as our presidential candidates present their vision, mission, and plans for the future of CNSC. Don't miss this opportunity to stay informed and engaged. Tune in now and join the conversation. Once again, thank you for your cooperation. Let us all contribute to making this forum meaningful, productive, and successful. here at CNSC Covered Court. A blessed and wonderful morning to each and everyone. On behalf of the Camarines Norte State College, I am Kim Alfonso Reynes of the College of Trades and Technology, your voice for this morning. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you all to this very important occasion. This is a public forum for the search of the next 7th President of Camarines Norte State College. Today marks a momentous step for our institution as we gather not only to hear the aspirations of our candidates, but also to take part in shaping the future of CNSC. This forum allows us to see their vision, listen to their mission, and understand their development goals that will guide our beloved college in the years to come. We are graced this morning with the presence of our respected administrators, dedicated faculty and staff, vibrant student leaders, valued stakeholders, and of course, our distinguished guests and members of the search committee. Truly, your presence make this event even more meaningful. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us now proceed with the highlights of today's program. To formally begin, may I request everyone to rise as we welcome with warm respect the CNSC Administrative Council, headed by our OIC President, Dr. Edgar P. Aban. Vice President for Finance and Administration, Dr. Maria Cristina C. Azuelo. Vice President for Research and Extension, Dr. Rosalie A. Almadrones. Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Dolores C. Volante. The CNSC Search Committee for President, headed by the CNSC Search Committee for President Chairperson, Dr. Milabel E. Hall. CHED Representative, Dr. Raul F. Nuyo. PASUC Representative, Dr. Tirso A. Ronquillo. Faculty Representative, Associate Professor Abner Villar. PSR Representative, Attorney Winston S. Racoma. Student Representative, Ms. Christine May Bideauna. Secretary to the Office of the Commissioner FL Agnes P. Valenzuela, Mr. Anferni P. Ruanto. SCP Secretariat, Dr. Irene V. Ablao. At this point, let us all welcome with a resounding applause the CNSC Board of Trustees, headed by the Chair-Designate CHED Commissioner, Honorable Dr. Michelle Aguilar Ong. Vice Chairperson and the CNSC OIC President, Honorable Edgar P. Aban. Chairperson of the Senate Committee on Higher Technical and Vocational Education, Senator Lauren P. Legarda. Represented by Honorable Jocelyn Grace Ariola Kalimlim. Department of Economy, Planning and Development Regional Office 5. Regional Director, Honorable Edna Cynthia S. Verses. Department of Agriculture Regional Field Officer 5, Regional Executive Director, Honorable Rodel P. Tornilla, MAPE. Department of Science and Technology Region 5 Regional Director, Honorable Romel R. Serrano, CESO 3. Chair of the House Committee on Higher Education and Technical Education, Congressman Jude A. Asidre. Represented by Congresswoman of the 1st District of Camarines Norte, Honorable Congresswoman Josefina B. Taliado. Federation of Alumni Association Incorporated, Chairperson, Honorable Antonio P. Dongon Mael. Union of Supreme Student Government Chairperson, Honorable John Adrian I. Clasio. Private Sector Representative, Honorable Attorney Edmundo R. Devesa II. And now, let us all welcome with pride and resounding applause our three candidates for presidency of the Camarines Norte State College. Dr. Daniel E. Maliga Jr. Dr. Rusty G. Abanto. Dr. and Attorney Ryan L. Estavez. Ladies and gentlemen, leading us with honor and pride, let us now witness the CNSC ROTC cadets in their entrance of colors. Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
You may now take your seats. Once again, a pleasant morning, CNSC. Welcome to the public forum for the search of the next 7th President of Camarines Norte State College. To formally open today's public forum and to introduce the official candidates for the 7th CNSC President, it is my honor to call on the Chair of the CNSC Search Committee, the Executive Director of the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities in the Philippines. A resounding applause to Dr. Milabel E. Ho.
Good morning, everyone, and I'd like to greet you in my favorite dialect, Buenos Dias. I come from Zamboanga City, Mindanao, and I'm happy to be here, the Camarines Norte State College. I think we did not feel the typhoon because we were really warmly welcomed. Maraming salamat po. So, I'd like to mention and acknowledge the presence of our OIC President, Dr. Edgar Aban, the Vice Presidents, and other college officials. We also would like to acknowledge the faculty, students, officials from the city government, and other stakeholders who are present. the administrative personnel, our friends from media, if there are, our stakeholders also, or partners who are now online, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like also to say special good morning greetings to, of course, to the 3 candidates for the CNSC presidency. Let's give them a big round of applause. So, ulitin ko uli, buenos dias a todos. So, first, before I continue, I would like to present the members of the search committee. And I'd like to introduce the 5 members who are present with 1 online. So let me start with the President of all presidents in the Philippines, Dr. Tirso A. Ronquillo, the President of Batangas State University, the National Engineering University of the Philippines, and he is the PASOK, or Philippine Association of State Universities and Colleges representative in the search. Good morning again. So we also have Attorney Winston Racoma, a retired RTC judge and former president of the IBP Camarines Norte chapter. Good morning, sir. Associate Professor Abner Jose Villar, faculty representative coming from the College of Arts and Sciences. Good morning, sir. Miss Christine May Diauna, student representative. Good morning. And of course, Dr. Raul F. Muyong, who is online, and he is the director for our CHED representative from the Office of Institutional Quality Assurance and Governance. So again, these are the members. May I request again all the members to rise. So ito po yung mga members natin na SCP. And not to forget myself, Milabel Ho of the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities. Thank you very much. So, before I introduce the candidates, let me now orient you or walk you through our activities for today. This morning, we will have the public forum for the search of the presidency of CNSC, which will be made up of 3 parts. The first part will be the presentation of their vision, mission, and goals, and the development plans for the college. This will be followed by the open forum, or the question and answer portion, which will be asked by the different sectoral groups coming from the faculty, the students, the admin personnel or non-teaching, our alumni and private sector and other partners. Iisa lang po ang question ang tatanungin, at all of the candidates will be answering the same question. Be it known that all of the candidates will be staying at the holding room. Only one will be coming out, they will be coming to the stage or brought to this gym one at a time. So after this opening program, lahat po sila ay pupunta na po sa holding room, and only the one who got the first number will stay. Okay, so on the second round, all of the sectoral representatives will be reading the question, and after they will answer the question, they will return to the holding room. The third part of this morning activity will be the last, which will be the open, we will have the session where the stakeholders can ask their questions addressed to any of the candidates. So pag third part na po, you will find that all of the candidates will already be staying on stage. So we will be welcoming questions from the floor or on-site, as well as those who are online. So right after the morning activity, we will proceed with the panel interview. Okay, so we will have first, of course, lunch, and then followed by the panel interview, where they will be called again individually and will be interviewed by the members of the search committee. So that will be the mechanics for the first part. of today's activity. Now, talking about the public forum, then the public must know, and those online, that all the candidates will only be assisted by their own companion or the one who has practiced with them. And by this time, all of the candidates must have surrendered their cell phones and all devices. Okay, so subject to inspection before you go to the holding room, okay? Or holding area. And then, the SCP or our search committee secretariat will strictly enforce no access policy to the live Facebook stream during the forum, if any. So, yun po ang dapat natin sundan. So, candidates will use their own laptops and PowerPoint materials during their presentation. Each candidate will be called to the presentation venue on stage to deliver a 12-minute self-introduction and presentation of their vision and plans for CNSC. Introduction will cover presentation order will be determined by draw lots. I think they already drawn their lots. And a staff member will signal the start the start and end of the presentation. The candidates will manage their own slide transitions with technical assistance from the SCP Secretariat. Okay, 2 SCP representatives along with their technical staff will oversee, of course, the smooth flow of the presentation. After the presentation, each candidate will be brought to the holding area. The second part, the sectoral representatives will be introduced by the moderator of the SCP, and then after that, candidates will be called individually for the question and answer. And only candidates may enter in this hall individually. So we will have round 1 and round 2. Round 1, common questions. Round 2, candidate randomly selects a question and the moderator will read the question twice before he will answer. So each sector, students, alumni, faculty, admin staff will contribute questions. We already have the questions. Once a question is asked, it will be crossed out and no longer repeated for another candidate to answer. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer each question. A staff member will signal when the time is up. After the question and answer, the candidates will return to the holding area. Okay, so those will be the mechanics for today. And after that, you will note that we will have a 20-minute recess before the panel interview in the afternoon. So, for the panel interview po, they will be called again individually by the SCP, I think, in one venue. So, iisa-isa po. So, what would be the criteria for the selection of the president? We have 35% for professional competence, 25% for academic background, 25% for public forum, and 15% for panel interview with a total of 100%. Each of this category or cluster will have a 100% point score. So there will be 100% for professional competence, 100% for academic background, 100% for public forum, and panel interview. Then we will multiply it with the corresponding rates. So now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you the 3 candidates for the search for the 7th CNSC President. May I call on Dr. Rusty C. Abanto. Attorney Ryan L. Estavez. And Dr. Daniel E. Maliga Jr. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have already read to you the mechanics. We have introduced the members of the search committee. we have introduced the candidates. And again, I'd like to thank the Office of the President and of course the Secretariat for a job well done. So thank you very much, Ms. Irene and her teammates. And again, buenos dias a todos. Now, as I exit, I request the three candidates to exit with me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Milabel E. Hall. To give us a delightful performance, let us now be entertained by the graceful voices of the CNSC Culture and Performing Arts Unit, Cantare.
Pagmula nung ako'y natutong umawi, kulay ang aking munting daigdig. Tila ilog pala ang pag-ibig, kung malalim at aming pag-ibig, kung umako ang kaluwati, e sadyang nag-iindig.
Sandali aking pilit mabati, ang himig na may tutuloy natin, mapupuri pagkat bukod tayo, di marami ang di magsasabi, eto na, inyong dinggin. Para-barang, kay ganda,
Ating musika, kay ganda, ating musika, ito ay ating sariling atin, at sa habang buhay, awitin natin, kay ganda ng ating musika,
kay ganda ng ating musika.
ito ay ating sariling atin. Pagmula nung ako'y natutong umawi, buhay muli ang aking paligid. Ngayon batid ko na pag-ibig, sa sarili ko tugin o hilig, sa isang makatay maririnig, mga titig nagsasabi. Para-barang, kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika, ito ay ating sariling atin, at sa habang buhay, awitin natin, kay ganda ng ating musika,
Kay ganda ng ating musika.
ito ay ating sariling atin, kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda.
Thank you very much, CNSC Culture and Performing Arts Unit, Cantare. We now come to the core and most anticipated portion of today's public forum. In this segment, Each candidate will be given 12 minutes to introduce themselves and to share their strategic directions, institutional goals, and advocacies for the continuous growth and advancement of CNSC. Through this presentation, we will gain a deeper understanding of their leadership vision, their plans for academic and institutional excellence, and their aspirations for the future of our beloved college. Let us all listen attentively and with open minds as our candidates present their ideas and programs that will shape the next chapter of Camarines Norte State College. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin with Dr. Daniel E. Maliga Jr.
To our distinguished guests, members of the search committee headed by Dr. Milabel Ho, members of the Board of Trustees headed by Dr. Michelle Aguilar Ong, members of the representative from faculty members, staff, students, and other stakeholders, to our guests and visitors, a pleasant good morning. I am Dr. Daniel Maligat Jr., a proud educator, researcher, and a leader from Camarines Norte State College. For over 25 years, I have dedicated my professional life for this institution that I deeply value. A place that has shaped not only my career, but also my purpose as an academic leader. Since the time of our first college president, I have had the privilege of serving in various capacities, each role guided by one constant principle: to help CNSC grow stronger, smarter, and more responsive to the needs of our people. As Director of the Research Services Division, I work to strengthen our research culture by revitalizing the CNSC Journal and a realization of the 10,000 incentive program for faculty who published their research. This initiative many of our educators to pursue scholarly work and share their contributions with the broader academic community. As the Dean of the College of Computing Multimedia Studies, I have led our programs BSIT and BSIS to become the only university compliant in CNSC and the first in Camarines Norte offering the Master in Information Technology program. This achievement reflects not only our academic standards, but also our commitment to excellence and continuous improvement. My journey has also been guided by a passion for digital innovation. I was honored to be the proponent of CNSC Learning Management System, and this initiative transforms how we teach and learn, ensuring that education remains accessible and adaptive. Research and extension are also important to me. This bridging innovation with community impact, one project close to my heart is Aslatra, an Android-based sign language training application which I advised. This project was adopted by the Provincial Disability Affairs Office and support our deaf community through inclusive and accessible technology. As a researcher, I humbled to be recognized as top 1 in CNSC under AD Scientific Index. But more than the recognition, it is the drive to continually explore, learn, share that keeps me grounded. Beyond CNSC, I serve the academic community as an AACUP accreditor, member of National Research Council of the Philippines, Regional Quality Assessment Team, and currently the Vice President of PSITE and CODITE 5. Through these roles, I am reminded that leadership is not about titles. It's about influence, service, and impact. Today, I continue to stand with a vision of transforming CNSC towards global excellence. an institution that upholds excellence, integrity, and innovation, one that is resilient, respected, and ready for the future. My proposed vision: CNSC transforming higher education towards global excellence and e-governance. This statement is powerful because it contains three critical anchors. First, transformation. We are not settling for mere improvement. We seek a fundamental change in how we operate. Second, global excellence. Our benchmark is no longer regional or national. We aim for standards of quality that is internationally recognized. The third, e-governance. This is the methodology to achieve our vision. It means digital, smart, and integrated management system for everything we do. It is the tool that ensures transparency, efficiency, and real-time responsiveness across all campuses. E-governance is the future of smart institutional leadership, and it is how CNSC will achieve global excellence. The mission statements. It articulates the practical commitment required to realize our bold vision. We commit to transforming higher education through guiding principle of smart e-governance, which means simple, moral, accountable, responsive, and transparent. The mission has a clear purpose: to empower learners, strengthen communities, and produce globally competitive graduates to sustainable development. The first goal is to promote smart e-governance. This is the foundation upon which all other goals rest. We must uphold simple, moral, accountable, responsive, and transparent leadership. Simplicity means removing bureaucratic red tape. Morally means putting the public trust above personal gain. And accountability means everyone answers for their actions. The goal is achieved through e-governance and efficiency. We must use digital tools to streamline processes from enrollment to procurement and support data-driven decisions. This eliminates guesswork and ensures that resource allocation is strategic. The result is the final component: trust and accountability. We will foster integrity and transparency in all academic and administrative systems, rebuilding public confidence in CNSC as a clean, efficient, and ethical public institution. The second goal addresses our primary mandate: advanced quality instruction and international mobility. We will ensure accessible and industry-aligned programs. This means offering inclusive, technology-driven education that is constantly updated to align with the global and industry demands. Our curriculum must anticipate the needs of fourth industrial revolutions. We will champion innovative teaching and learning by improving our curriculum to foster critical thinking, creativity, and leadership, the skills required for tomorrow's workforce. But quality is no longer enough. We must have a global reach. That's why we will promote international academic mobility through students and faculty exchange and collaborations. We must build global linkages and partnership to ensure our graduates are culturally and globally competitive. The third is strengthening research, innovations, and global collaborations. Our research must be relevant and impactful. This means promoting research that genuinely addressing pressing local and global issues, moving beyond theoretical papers to practical solutions. We will drive collaborative innovations by strengthening interdisciplinary and international research partnership because the biggest challenges requires collective expertise. To raise our profile, we must support global research engagement, enabling our faculty to participate in international conferences, high-impact publications, and major projects. The outcomes must translate into sustainable solutions, applying research output to advance national and global and resource management. We must foster income-generating initiative to develop production projects that help sustain university operations and student services. Simultaneously, we require sustainable resource management, ensuring the efficient use of our financial, physical, and natural resources. Production activity must integrate with academic and community alignment, supporting our educational goals and directly addressing community needs. And finally, the development goals focuses on the heart of the institution's success, our faculty and staff. We are committed to empower them as a driving force behind excellence and innovations. These goals are reinforced by 3 core initiatives. 1, professional development, which focuses on providing continuous learning through training, scholarship, and capacity building. Recognition and rewards. We ensure that excellence and contributions are acknowledged through incentives and a happy and supportive culture which promotes an empowering and inclusive workplace for both active and retired employees. In closing, and above all else, I envision a university where everyone, faculty, staff, students, and other stakeholders is happy, valued, and inspired. I believe that when people are empowered and cared for, excellence naturally follows. Together, we will build a CNSC that leads with integrity, compassion, and shared purpose. Thank you very much at mabuhay ang CNSC!
Thank you very much, Dr. Daniel E. Maliga Jr. Next up, let us all listen to Dr. Rusty G. Abanto.
Good morning. Diyos maray na aldaw po sa kabos. I'll proceed first presenting my vision, mission, and development goals in the interest of time, and then later, I will briefly introduce myself. My plan is anchored on the 3 strategic questions. First, where is CNSC now? Where we would like to go, given our current reality, and how we will get there. To begin with, allow me to anchor my plan on what Joel Barker Arthur has said. And I quote, "A vision without action is just like a dream. An action without vision just passes time. A vision coupled with action can change the world." This is what we are going to do. Our vision shall be coupled with action for us to be able to realize all our aspirations for our beloved Camarines Norte State College. Now, where is CNSC at present? By the way, what I'll be presenting are the highlights of my accomplishment when I was the 5th president. From SUC Level 3 College, CNSC, SUC Level 2 College, CNSC is now a SUC Level 3 College. The only public higher education institution in the province of Camarines Norte. An ISO 2001-2015 multi-campus certified institution, a bronze recipient of CSC Prime HRM, among the top performing schools in the field of engineering, has established the QP R&D program funded under DUST NICER with massive infrastructure development, at least for the main campus, a recipient of COA clean audit rating, gearing towards internationalization, and soon to become a full-fledged university by Republic Act 11399, an act converting CNSC into a University of Camarines Norte. Given these achievements, where do we want to go? We will bank on our humble achievements to chart a new vision for CNSC that is University of Camarines Norte, a globally recognized premier public higher education institution. With a new mandate as a university, our mission will be the Camarines Norte State College is committed to provide advanced and higher education, professional training, research, extension, and production services in the fields of education, agriculture, fisheries, engineering, environmental sciences and management, arts and sciences, trades and technology, information technology, and the like. We'll also proceed with a graduate rooted in the needs of the region and responsive to global standards. The university aims to produce competent, innovative, and ethical professionals who are catalysts of sustainable development and inclusive growth. Aligned with our vision and mission, we will lay down our milestones. Hindi pwedeng ang dami nating gustong gawin. Dapat may focus tayo. We will employ cheetah leadership that is focused, is strategic, and fearless. And so for year one, our focus will be for CNSC to become a full-fledged university. For year two, sustenance of ISO certification and other quality assurance initiatives. For year three, University of Camarines Norte as a smart campus using ICT in governance. And for year four, University of Camarines Norte as a SUC Level 4 and hopefully globally recognized premier public higher education institution. Now, how we will get there? I have prepared a 10-point thematic development agenda. If CHED has achieved as its development agenda, CNSC will have a 10-point development agenda which I coined as excellence. Allow me to discuss its addendum in passing in the interest of time. Addendum 1E, enhance academic quality and global competitiveness. Addendum 2X, accelerate research, innovation, and knowledge creation. Addendum 3C, cultivate industry partnerships and community engagement. Addendum 4E, empower faculty and staff development. Addendum 5L, leverage digital transformation and smart campus initiatives. Addendum 6L, lead in sustainable development and climate action. Addendum 7E, elevate student success and global mobility. Addendum 8N, nurture inclusive and ethical governance. Addendum 9C, consolidate institutional resources and financial sustainability. And lastly, Addendum 10E, excel in culture of service and organizational excellence. Excellence embodies the strategic priorities that will propel CNSC toward becoming a globally competitive, innovative, and transformative higher education institution. Further, this excellence agenda positions CNSC to deliver globally competitive education, cutting-edge research, transformative extension services, and sustainable governance, solidifying our vision of becoming a globally recognized premier public higher education institution. Our major strategies in plan implementation shall include, but not limited to, the following: participatory planning and budgeting, prioritization of programs, projects, and activities based on milestones, plan communication and dissemination to all delivery units, preparation of annual operational plan, and cascading of targets and milestones, prudent fiscal management and administration both for the General Appropriations Act and income, conduct of early procurement, ensure 100% budget utilization rate. Wala tayong isusole. Ubusin natin yung pundong binibigay sa atin ng pamahalaan. Periodic program monitoring and evaluation, and lastly, intensify external resource accessing to augment our limited budget. There will be inevitable change that will happen. And as Mahatma Gandhi has said, we must be the change we want to see in this world. Indeed, if CNSC has to embrace a greater role as a globally recognized premier public higher education institution, change becomes imperative for each and everyone. This reminds us of our individual and collective commitment and willingness to work together to attain our common vision, that is University of Camarines Norte, a globally recognized premier public higher education institution. Now, at this juncture, allow me to briefly introduce to you myself. Kaya ba ni Dr. Abanto na i-lead ang CNSC sa direksyon na ating inilatag? I am a native of Daet, Camarines Norte. I would like to emphasize on that. Kasi sabi nila, kung meron daw magmamalasakit sa CNSC, walang iba kung hindi yung totoong taga-CNSC at taga-Camarines Norte. Ako po ay 52 years old, married to Veronica Lasala with 2 children, Ruber and AJ. In terms of academic qualification, I have a Doctor of Philosophy degree in Environmental Science, which I earned from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Academic Achievement Awardee with a GWA of 1.13. Master of Science in Environmental Science from the University of Nueva Cáceres. BS Forestry, I am a licensed forester from UP Los Baños. I have also a certificate in Sustainable Environmental Management, which I earned from the University of California, Berkeley, United States of America. I am a certified higher education administrator by attending the International Dean's Course for Southeast Asia as a DAAD grantee that took place in Germany, Thailand, and Indonesia. And as a professor, I have published papers in the National Referee Journal. Some of the awards that I have received include, but not limited to, the following: 2019 Gawad Ting Rao, 2018 Outstanding Citizen of Camarines Norte, 2017 Distinguished Alumni, Certificate of Recognition given during the International Summit on Inclusive Education, Certificate of Exemplary Leadership, and 2012 Outstanding Alumnus given by UP Los Baños. Now, kaya ba ni Dr. Abanto? I am a seasoned school administrator. I have been working in CNSC for almost 30 years, 27 years to be exact, in various capacities as program chair, assistant research director, dean, planning director, vice president for academic affairs, and concurrent dean of the graduate school, and the most recent was as president of the Camarines Norte State College. I am also an academic leader. I am a full professor. I have been involved in research and extension, and currently, I am the president of the CNSC Employees Union. I am an institution builder. During my time, I have led CNSC to institutionalize very important offices in CNSC, like the International Relation and Linkages Office, the Sentro ng Wika at Kultura, the Gender and Development Office that has now its own building, and finally, I am a resource generator. During my incumbency as the P President, I led CNSC towards the construction of so many infrastructure projects. To wind up my presentation, allow me to make an appeal. I have proven already my leadership. I have shown that evidence leadership can be done, and governance can be done. I am hoping and praying that those wielded with power to choose the president will decide based on merit. Hopefully, this time, meritocracy will prevail. Marami pong salamat. Diyos mabalos.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rusty G. Abanto. Last but not the least, let us all welcome Doctor and Attorney Ryan L. Estavez.
Shed Commissioner and Camarines Norte State College Chair Designate Dr. Michelle Aguilar Ong, and the members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Edgar Aban, our OIC President, the three Lady Vice Presidents, Deans, Directors, members of the Search Committee, led by Dr. Milabel Ho, our local leaders of this great province, our representatives in the Senate and in the House, esteemed faculty, valued staff, dedicated students, alumni, respective members of the CNSC community. I would also like to greet the Bishop of the Diocese of Daet, who happens to be my formator in the college seminary, Bishop Herman Absede. Diyos maray na aga po sa tuya. Let me quote a very powerful verse in the Bible that sums up my aspiration for this great institution. And I quote, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others." Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. I stand before you today, not just a candidate for the presidency, but as a passionate believer in its promise, a committed advocate for its mission, and a fellow steward of its future. With deep respect for all that has been achieved, with bold hope for what lies ahead, I bow before you in humility, ready to offer my vision for our collective journey forward. Having all this in mind, allow me to share my vision, mission, and development goals for the future University of Camarines Norte. Is that Camarines Norte State College will be a leading state university, recognized for driving sustainable and inclusive development in the Bicol region and beyond, through globally competitive education, transformative research, and impactful innovation. Anchored on the key result areas of a state university, and to make sure that we attain our vision, our mission will be that Camarines Norte State College is committed to provide accessible and transformative education. We develop globally competitive graduates by delivering quality instruction, fostering solution-oriented research and innovation, and engaging in community industry partnerships that contribute to human capital formation, sustainable development, and inclusive growth in the region. Our development goals are focused on 8 very important objectives. 1. Accessible inclusive education and student-centered development. 2. Human capital development. 3. Faculty and staff development. 4. Research, innovation, and digital transformation. 5. Sustainable and resilient communities. 6. Global and regional partnerships. 7. Institutional excellence and good governance. And finally, 8. Campus sustainability. Our core values will be captured by the acronym ICARE: integrity, innovation, compassion, collaboration, accountability, resilience, and excellence. Our framework is structured around 5 strategic pillars, each with specific objectives and key result areas that directly contribute to our mission and vision. Pillar 1, globally competitive human capital, to produce graduates who are not only highly employable, but are also values-driven global citizens equipped to lead and innovate in their respective fields. The key result areas are academic program advancement, holistic human student development, and strategic employability. Pillar 2, high-impact research and digital transformation, to become a premier research hub that generates groundbreaking, solutions-driven knowledge and leverages digital technology to address regional and national challenges. The key result areas are research productivity, technology commercialization, campus-wide digital integration. Pillar 3, resilient communities and sustainable engagement, to serve as a catalyst for sustainable development, using our expertise to empower local communities and contribute to environmental stewardship. The key result areas are community needs-based initiatives, environmental stewardship, inclusive growth. Pillar 4, institutional governance and financial resilience, to ensure transparent, accountable, and effective institutional governance that fosters a culture of integrity and secures financial sustainability. The key result areas are diversified financial streams, robust human resource management, and strategic partnerships. And finally, for Pillar 5, global engagement and internationalization, to expand our global footprint by fostering robust international partnerships and preparing our students to excel in a globalized world. The key result areas are academic mobility, joint research and publications, and international benchmarking. Our framework and strategy is aligned with the following established agendas and plan. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Our pillars are directly linked to the Global 2030 Agenda, especially on SDG 4, quality education, SDG 9, industry innovation and infrastructure, and SDG 17, partnerships for the goals. Also for the CHED education agenda, the framework supports the CHED Achieve agenda, focusing on academic quality, research harmonization, and internationalization. Also with the Philippine Development Plan of 2023 to 2028, our focus on human capital innovation and community engagement directly contributes to the PDP's goal for a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient Philippines. Also with DOST Harmonized National Research and Development Agenda, we will prioritize research in fields aligned with the HNRDA, ensuring our projects address national needs in health, agriculture, and emerging technologies. And finally, with the Regional Development Council, RDC5, the framework ensures CNSC's initiatives are integrated with the specific development goals and priorities of the Bicol region. These guiding statements are more than words on a page. They are the covenant that we as an institution have with our students, with our region, and with the nation. It is this covenant that I pledge to honor, to elevate, and to carry forward.
Am I qualified to lead CNSC and take on the presidency?
I am a person of integrity, hardworking, motivated, and with high regard for excellence and a clear vision of what I want to achieve in life. As a lawyer with advanced professional studies, I have an extensive administrative and academic experience, having worked for almost 3 decades in the legislative and executive branches of the government. I was, and I have been, and I'm still, a lecturer, instructor, and associate professor across various colleges and universities. As legislative officer at the Senate and in the House of Representatives, as the Undersecretary of the Presidential Legislative Liaison Office under the Office of the President, steering the passage of key legislative agenda, notably the Universal Healthcare Law and the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Law, or the Free Higher Education Act. As Deputy Executive Director 4 of CHED and OIC Executive Director of UNIFAST. As Vice Chair of the CHED Bids and Awards Committee for 5 years, with key notable leadership such as representative to the State Assistance Council, to the Private Partnership PPP Board, the Board of Trustees of various local universities and colleges, chairperson of search committees and evaluation committees of presidents of different SUC presidents, and chairperson for classification, faculty reclassification for professorial ranks under CHED DBM JC3. And finally, as the past OIC University President of Sorsogon State University and Bukidnon State University. I am an EB Philo and Juris Doctor graduate from the Rogationist Seminary and UST Legazpi, with MA in Religious Education at the Ateneo de Manila University and Masters of Public Policy at the National Graduate Research Institute for Policy Studies in Tokyo, Japan, both as university scholar and a Doctor of Administration. My candidacy is not about one person. It's not about myself. It is about us, our collective potential, our shared aspirations, our next chapter. We stand at a watershed moment as our college continues its transformation towards ever becoming more relevant, ever stronger, ever more aligned with the future. It is a future that calls for courageous leadership, steadfast values, and unshakable unity. Today, I ask for your partnership. We are not a campus of isolated individuals. We are a community. Students, faculty, staff, alumni, partners, we all strive together towards a shared promise. As Simon Sinek would say, leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge. With this spirit, I pledge to lead not from above, but from among you. To take care, to listen, to act. Let us make CNSC the premier higher education institution in the Bicol region, not merely in name, but in the lived experience of every student, in the outcomes of every research and extension project, in the service we extend to our community. Let us walk together with purpose, with heart, with humility, and with hope for what we can become. Mabuhay ang Camarines Norte State College, the future University of Camarines Norte.
Thank you very much, Dr. and Attorney Ryan L. Estavez. Ladies and gentlemen, let us once again extend our heartfelt appreciation and a resounding round of applause to our 3 esteemed candidates for the presidency of Camarines Norte State College. Thank you once again to Dr. Rusty G. Abanto, Dr. and Attorney Ryan L. Estavez, and Dr. Daniel E. Maliga Jr. To give us a short but delightful break, let us now be entertained by the graceful moves of the CNSC Culture and Performing Arts Unit, Manaya.
Jota Camarines. Jota Camarines. During the Spanish regime, the Jota dances were the most popular dances in the Philippines. It is a gay and lively dance. Undoubtedly, all the dances in the Philippines are adaptations from Spanish Jotas, as performed by the early Spanish settlers in the Philippines. The dances described below is from Camarines Norte. This is usually performed by the rich people or the so-called elites. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jota Camarines.
Thank you very much, CNSC Culture and Performing Arts Unit, Panayal. Acknowledging the presence of the Bicol State College of Applied Sciences and Technology President, Dr. Charlie Nacario. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, to know more our candidates, we come now to the most awaited part of our presentation, the open forum. We shall now open the floor for questions, comments, and clarifications from our dear stakeholders. This is the opportunity to hear your voices as we engage in meaningful dialogue with our candidates. To moderate our open forum, let us welcome the CNSC and Piensa Campus Program Chairperson for BSED English. A round of applause for Miss Jennifer San Juan Alarcon.
Good morning, CNSC. Good morning, Camarines Norte. We extend our greetings to our dignitaries and guests inside the hall. And yes, we are on Facebook Live. So we say hello to our online viewers as well. Please stay tuned. Earlier, we heard our presidentiables speak about their mission, vision, and goals for CNSC. At this point, they're going to take us to their innermost thoughts as well as their values and principles, those that they live by, through this question and answer session. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the search for the next CNSC President Public Forum. Earlier, we all have been oriented as to how this Q&A session will go about. And so we already have heard that this is of 2 rounds. Now, on all of the rounds, our candidates will have 2 minutes to answer the questions. And after 30 seconds, you will hear this sound. That signals that the candidate has wrapped up his answer. So the microphone will be automatically off when the time is up. All throughout the public forum, we request our audience here inside the hall to refrain from clapping your hands and making unnecessary noise. So again, please no clapping of hands no matter how impressed you are with any of the answers. So let's get started with round 1. Dr. Maliga, please approach the podium. And our 2 other candidates, Dr. Abanto and Atty. Estavez, will be ushered to their respective holding areas. We have 5 sectoral representatives. They have gathered questions from you, members of their sectors, and these questions were gathered and our SCP committee already have picked a question, drawn a question from all of those that you have contributed, and our sectoral representatives will read 1 question for round 1. This is common question. That's why our 2 other presidentiables are in a specific holding area, so they will not be hearing the questions. So definitely, all the happenings inside the hall are inaccessible to them. So Dr. Maligat, I believe you are ready. Let's begin with the first representative of the 5 sectors. We begin with the faculty representative. Our faculty representative is Dr. Annalyn Ramos, and she is an Associate Professor 2 from the College of Education and the Graduate School. Ma'am?
Infrastructure and technological readiness. How will your administration ensure that innovation and smart campus initiatives are sustained and equitably implemented across the entire CNSC, not just in well-resourced campuses? I repeat, recognizing that campuses differ in budget, infrastructure, and technological readiness, how will your administration ensure that innovation and smart campus initiatives are sustained and equitably implemented across the entire CNSC, not just in well-resourced campuses?
Thank you. So when we talk of smart campuses, it is not a selective campuses. It should be true to all. Now, that's the beauty of technology. Implementing one system can be accessible to all through campuses. So when we talk of digital innovation, smart campuses, one system that can be accessible to all campuses because of the interconnectivity of each campuses by the use of high-speed technology or by the use of high-speed internet. So whatever system that the main campus have, I will make sure that these 5 satellite campuses will have an access equal to all campuses. Whatever the CNSC main campus have, whatever system, management system, student system, etc., lahat po yan ay gagamitin at magagamit ng buong satellite campuses. Sabi ko nga, walang may iwan. So lahat po tayo dito, pantay-pantay, lahat tayo gagamit. Kung ano man ang meron, ang CNSC main campus should be implemented true to all. So lahat po meron tayo dito. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maliga. Please meet the second sectoral representative, our alumni representative. He is Mr. Raniel Gutierrez, a BS Entrepreneurship graduate from batch 2022. Sir.
Good morning po. Good morning, sir. This is your question from alumni sector. How do you intend to involve alumni, industry partners, and government agencies in mobilizing
Planning ng walang involvement ng alumni. Now, whatever activities of the alumni, susuportahan po natin yan. But of course, paano natin gagawin yan? We should empower our alumni coordinator with the help, of course, of our alumni trustees. So whatever endeavor activities of the alumni, kailangan po nating suportahan yan. Diba? So lahat po, retirees and alumni should be involved in this administration, especially in creating a strategic plan or planning of the college for 5 years, 8 years. So dapat po nandyan sila. Inputs of them is very vital because they already know what is the needs of the outside world. They are already employed. They are not from the CNSC anymore. They have an experience. They know what is needed for the CNSC to become globally competitive. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And this time, let's have our student representative. He is Mr. Christian J. Marmol, the Internal Affairs Officer of the Union Student Supreme Government.
Hello. Yan, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Magandang umaga, sir. Ito po ang tanong ninyo mula sa sektor at hanay ng mga estudyante. Sa kabila ng kakulangan ng mga establishmento at ng sobrang init ng mga silid-aralan na nagiging hadlang sa komportableng pag-aaral, paano ninyo sisiguruhin na ang pag-unlad ng mga pasilidad ay hindi lamang pisigal na pagpapaganda, kundi tunay na tutugon sa aktwal na pangangailangan ng mga estudyante, guro at kawani ayon sa mga prinsipyo ng accessibility, sustainability at inclusivity. Ulitin ko po, sa kabila ng kakulangan ng mga establishmento at ng sobrang init ng mga silid-aralan na nagiging hadlang sa komportableng pag-aaral, paano ninyo sisiguraduhin na ang pag-unlad ng mga pasilidad ay hindi lamang pisigal na pagpapaganda, kundi tunay na tutugon sa aktual na pangangailangan ng mga estudyante, guro at kawani ayon sa mga prinsipyo ng accessibility, sustainability at inclusivity. Thank you po.
Thank you. The primary needs of the student to become globally competitive, number one, is curriculum enhancement. Dapat ang curriculum natin ay adapted sa industry. So, industry-aligned curriculum, number one po yan. Pangalawa, ang ating syllabus na OBE should be implemented in a real world of OBE. Hindi lang yung OBE. So, kailangan ma-implement yan. By doing this, the learnings of the students, not only from the four corners of the classroom, we should expose them into a real outside world. So meaning, exposure ng students at exposure ng faculty kailangan po natin para masigurado natin na accessible, adaptive, and globally competitive yung ating mga estudyante. Kasi kung maganda ang ating curriculum, ang syllabus, saka natin aayusin ngayon ang facilities. Now, number one is information technology tools. So, kailangan ng estudyante yan. Hindi lang, sabi ko nga, hindi po nagmumula lang ang learning sa classroom. So, dapat meron tayong mga technology, may mga tools tayong ginagamit in order to help the students, especially now, in the age of AI. In my administration, I will allow the use of AI and I will support the use of AI as a tool. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This time, let's have the fourth sectoral representative coming from the non-teaching personnel. Ma'am Shirley Prado, Admin Assistant 3, and Entea, at Auditor.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning as well to our distinguished gentleman in front of us, sir. So here is the question. There have been growing concerns among non-teaching personnel about unequal opportunities and instances of power tripping or favoritism within the institution. As a president aspirant, how will you ensure a fair and empowering work environment where every employee, teaching or non-teaching, is treated with equal respect, opportunity, and recognition? I repeat the question. There have been growing concerns among non-teaching personnel about unequal opportunities and instances of power tripping or favoritism within the institution. As a president aspirant, how will you ensure a fair and empowering work environment where every employee, teaching or non-teaching, is treated with equal respect, opportunity, and recognition?
Thank you. As my e-governance administrations, as I said a while ago, lahat po tayo ay dapat equally treated. How will I do it? With the use of technology. There should be a database of all employee who attended this, who attended this seminar or what. So there should be a database of all employee, faculty or non-teaching, to monitor what happened to this faculty. Now, in terms of promotions, and I will base my decision on the qualifications. I will be transparent. Lahat po yan nakapost. If there is a vacant position on this, we will post it, and whoever rank 1 should be the one who will get the position. Number 1, transparency lang po ang kailangan natin dyan. Kasi kung hindi natin ilalabas yan, yun na nga, may nagkakaselosan, nagkakaroon ng favoritism. Dito po, dapat hindi mangyari yun. Diba? Kung kayo ay qualified, sa inyo yan. Kung hindi kayo qualified, equip yourself to become qualified. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you. Your last question, Dr. Maliga, is from our private sector representative, Ma'am Mergy Moraleda from the Camarines Norte Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Here is your question. As college president, How will you engage in partnership and joint ventures with the stakeholders to generate revenues for CNSC development? I repeat, as college president, how will you engage in partnership and joint ventures with the stakeholders to generate revenues for CNSC's development? Thank you.
Thank you. Private sector is very important stakeholders of the school or the SUCs. How will I generate? Actually po, my plan there is to communicate with the private sectors, know what their needs, they should know our needs also, and we will meet halfway. So, in what way that the private sector can help the SUC, pag-uusapan po natin yan. And of course, syempre, lahat naman po ng endeavor ng school, lagi naman pong nakasalalay at kailangan natin ang private sectors. With the MOA, with the projects, talaga pong kailangan namin ang support. We cannot live without a private sector. So, as a member of the Board of Trustees, component is kasama po ang private sector. So, talagang kailangan po namin ang private sector. Now, ano po yung mga makukuha natin pagdating sa income-generating projects? I will partner with the private sector na may mga business or what para makatulong po sa amin. Kasi kung aasa lang po talaga tayo sa budget alone and income of CNSC, kulang po. So we have to reach other stakeholders, especially the private sector, to help us and to partner us into an impactful and productive partnership. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Maligat. And that, friends, complete this round for Dr. Maligat. So in a while, our second candidate will be approaching the hall. Thank you, sir. And thank you to our 5 sectoral representatives.
Camarines Norte State College Public Forum and Candidates Presentation for CNSC Presidency would like to extend our gratitude to the following. Search Committee for Presidency, Dr. Milabel E. Ho, Dr. Raul F. Muyong, Dr. Tirso A. Ronquillo, Mr. Abner C. Villar, Ms. Christine May B. Deauna, Attorney Winston S. Racoma, and Dr. Irene B. Ablao. We would also like to extend our gratitude to our CNSC Board of Trustees, headed by Honorable Michelle A. Ong.
Thank you again. So we have our second candidate here on stage. Sir, I would like you to meet our 5 sectoral representatives, and each one of them will ask you questions. We'll begin with the faculty representative, Dr. Annalyn Ramos, an Associate Professor 2 from the College of Education and the Graduate School. Ma'am.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Here is your question from the faculty sector. Recognizing that campuses differ in budget, infrastructure, and technological readiness, how will your administration ensure that innovation and smart campus initiatives are sustained and equitably implemented across the entire CNSC, not just in well-resourced campuses? Again, recognizing that campuses differ in budget, infrastructure, and technological readiness, how will your administration ensure that innovation and smart campus initiatives are sustained and equitably implemented across the entire CNSC, not just in well-resourced campuses?
Everything has to start with a very good plan. Without a plan, we'll be able to not fully utilize and, of course, maximize and efficiently utilize the limited budget that we have. We have to ensure that each unit has their own plan anchored on our vision, mission, and development goals to maximize the limited budget. When we have a very good plan, procurement planning can be also done efficiently and effectively. When we have a very good annual procurement plan, then we should be able to utilize our budget to the max. That will improve our budget utilization rate, that will ensure that each delivery unit will be able to be provided with the necessary materials in order for them to be able to reach their targets. Ginawa na natin yan. Meron tayong electronic budget and planning tool na ginamit for us to be able to come up with a digitalized planning and budgeting. We will adapt the same to ensure that each delivery unit will have his or their share as far as the limited budget of the institution is concerned.
Thank you, sir. Your second question will come from our alumni representative, Mr. Reniel Gutierrez, a BS Entrepreneurship graduate from batch 2022.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How do you intend to involve alumni, industry partners, and government agencies in mobilizing resources and creating sustainable programs for the college growth? How do you intend to involve alumni, industry partners, and government agencies in mobilizing resources and creating sustainable programs for the college growth?
I always consider alumni as a force to reckon with. To involve them is just simply to invite them in all the activities that we have. We should have some come-on activities for us to be able to entice all the alumni to participate in all our activities. Yung ating alumni homecoming, dapat it's not just seeing each other, but it should be a worthwhile activity. When we are able to organize an alumni association, when we are able to organize an alumni association with a very strong leadership, then we might be able to involve them as far as the development of the Camarines Norte State College is concerned. Kasi sayang, we have been in existence for 35 years almost. At this point in time, marami na tayong mga successful alumni. We just need to invite them. We just need to update our alumni directory so that every now and then, if there is an activity, ang CNSC then will be able to involve them as their commitment on how they are going to give back to their alma mater. Ganyan po ang ginagawa sa mga established universities. We can also do that in University of Camarines Norte. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from our student sector and will be read by our student representative, Mr. Christian J. Marmol, the Internal Affairs Officer of the Union Student Supreme Government.
Good morning, sir. Ito po ang tanong mula sa hanay ng mga estudyante. Sa kabila ng kakulangan ng mga establishmento at ng sobrang init ng mga silid-aralan na nagiging hadlang sa komportableng pag-aaral, paano ninyo sisiguruhin na ang pag-unlad ng mga pasilidad ay hindi lamang pisikal na pagpapaganda, kundi tunay na tutugon sa aktual na pangangailangan ng mga estudyante, guro at kawani ayon sa mga prinsipyo ng accessibility, sustainability at inclusivity? Ulitin ko po, sa kabila ng kakulangan ng mga establishmento at ng sobrang init ng mga silid-aralan na nagiging hadlang sa komportableng pag-aaral, paano ninyo sisiguruhin na ang pag-unlad ng mga pasilidad ay hindi lamang pisigal na pagpapaganda, kundi tunay na tutugon sa aktual na pangangailangan ng mga estudyante, guro at kawani ayon sa mga prinsipyo ng accessibility, sustainability at inclusivity? Salamat po.
Student-centered leadership will be adopted if I will be elected as the president. Alam nyo, kung meron mang beauty yung ako ay nakabalik bilang isang ordinaryong guro, nakita ko kung ano talaga yung pangangailangan sa ground ng ating mga estudyante. Nakita ko yung classroom na hindi maayos, yung nagtuturo na tayo, wala pa yung guro, mainit yung classroom, hindi conducive sa pag-aaral. Yun ang ating unang tutugunan. We'll have to start with the basic. Ano ba yung kailangan muna natin? Mag-inventaryo tayo, ano yung meron tayo at ano yung wala tayo. Yung laboratory facilities natin, napakaraming kailangan nating mabili para maibigay natin yung sinasabi nating quality assured higher education in Camarines Norte State College. When we have these inputs, through our usap tayo, puso sa puso, bababa ang presidente. Ginawa na natin yan when I was the P President. Makikipag-usap tayo sa estudyante at makikinig tayo. Ang leader ay dapat merong tenga at marunong makinig sa kung ano ang hinaing ng mga estudyante. Like what I have mentioned, it will be a student-centered leadership. Pakikinggan ko ano yung wala tayo. Magmamasid tayo at gagamitin natin tong napakahalagang input for us to be able to translate that long-term vision of becoming a globally recognized premier higher education institution in the province of Camarines Norte. Limitado man ang budget natin, pag na-prioritize natin kung ano talaga yung wala tayo, kung ano talaga yung kulang natin, sinisiguro natin yung pangangailangan ninyo, maibibigay natin yan sa lalong madaling panahon. Magpapasolar tayo, isa yan sa target natin. Yung green design, when I was president, isa yan sa hindi ko natuloy. Para kung kaya nating ipa-aircon yung classroom, solar-based, gagawin po natin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from our non-teaching personnel to be read by Ms. Shirley Prado, the NTEA Auditor Admin Assistant 3.
Good morning again. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Here's the question. There have been growing concerns among non-teaching personnel about unequal opportunities and instances of power tripping or favoritism within the institution. As a presidential aspirant, how will you ensure a fair and empowering work environment where every employee, teaching or non-teaching, is treated with equal respect, opportunity, and recognition? Ulitin ko po. There have been growing concerns among non-teaching personnel about unequal opportunities and instances of power tripping or favoritism within the institution. As a presidential aspirant, how will you ensure a fair and empowering work environment where every employee, teaching or non-teaching, is treated with equal respect, opportunity, and recognition?
Ramdam ko po kayo. Bilang Pangulo ng CNSC Employees Union, alam ko kung saan yung pinaguhugutan nyo. If elected as President, I will ensure that meritocracy will prevail. It should be via merit and fitness, not by favoritism. We should be guided by the ora-ora. May batas po sa pag-hire ng empleyado at sa kung paano natin dapat bibigyan ng priority yung mga job order. May mga benepisyong dapat na ni-enjoy yan. Dapat mabigyan sila. Yung mga matatagal ng casual, dapat mabigyan natin sila ng priority in terms of hiring, in terms of the available plantilla na meron tayo. Of course, I'm not saying na yung mga tagalabas ay hindi natin pwedeng mapagbigyan. They will have to compete with those qualified insiders. I will ensure that favoritism has no place in Camarines Norte State College. Like what I have mentioned a while ago, it should be merit in fitness. Meritocracy will have to prevail all the time. Hindi pwedeng paborito yan ni Sir. Siya na. Ginagawa natin yan ngayon. Being the President of the CNSC Employees Union, I make sure that only those who are qualified are hired. Regardless kung kanino man siyang paborito or kung sino. So long as yung kanyang qualification ay umaakma doon sa posisyon na ina-applyan niya. Ako po mismo na inyong presidente, ang sisiguro na kung sino man ang rank 1 doon sa resulta ng PSB evaluation will be appointed to that position. Bantayan po ninyo yan pag ako ay naging presidente na. Ginawa ko na po yan. Kung sino man ang rank 1, doon natin ibinibigay. Hindi pa pwedeng rank 1 tapos bibigay mo sa number 5. I need to justify that to the board. Mas madaling magpaliwanag sa board kung rank 1 mismo ang i-appoint ko. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your last question for this round will come from the private sector. So we'll call on Ma'am Mergy Moraleda from the Camarines Norte Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Good morning, everyone again. Good morning, sir.
Morning po.
This is your question. As college president, How will you engage in partnership and joint venture with the stakeholders to generate revenues for CNSC's development? I repeat, as college president, how will you engage in partnership and joint ventures with the stakeholders to generate revenues for CNSC's development? Thank you.
Okay, I think we should just need to exploit the fourfold function of the Camarines Norte State College, such as instruction, research extension, and production. For instance, instruction. How do you think the private institution can partner as far as instruction function is concerned? We can send our on-job training students to private entities. Our program in HRM, our food service program, our public administration and the like can be sent under that on-job training. Research. You can always commission Camarines Norte State College to do the research for you. Because that is our expected function as a university. Inaasahan talaga sa amin yan na tumulong sa private institutions para mas makatulong tayong mapalago yung ekonomiya, hindi lang ng ating probinsya, bagkus ng buong bansa. Yung production function natin, alam natin, isa sa pangunahing layunin natin for CNSC is to generate fund. Bakit? Kasi limitado yung pondo ng state colleges and universities. And we can only strengthen that production function if we have partners like the private institution. Like what I have said, we can always exploit CNSC in terms of the fourfold functions of instruction, research, extension, and production. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're done for this round, and let's prepare for the second round later. So we'll be sending Dr. Abanto again to the holding area, and this time we will wait for our third candidate. So our third candidate is Atty. Ryan Estavez.
Camarines Norte State College Public Forum and Candidates Presentation for CNSC Presidency would like to extend gratitude to the CNSC Board of Trustees headed by Honorable Michelle A. Ong, to our sectoral representatives, head of offices, ushers and ushers, our working committee. We would also like to acknowledge the presence and extend our gratitude to Bicol State College of Applied Sciences and Technology, BISCAS Board Secretary 5, Attorney Sharifa S.J. Cancose, and also to BISCAS President, Dr. Charlie Nacario.
Welcome, Atty. Estavez. Please meet our 5 sectoral representatives. They will give you their questions one by one. So again, let's begin with the first representative from the faculty sector, Dr. Annalyn Ramos, Associate Professor 2 from the College of Education and the Graduate School.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Here is your question from the faculty sector. Recognizing that campuses differ in budget, infrastructure, and technological readiness, how will your administration ensure that innovation and smart campus initiatives are sustained and equitably implemented across the entire CNSC, not just in well-resourced campuses? Again, recognizing that campuses differ in budget, infrastructure, and technological readiness, how will your administration ensure that innovation and smart campus initiatives are sustained and equitably implemented across the entire CNSC, not just in well-resourced campuses?
Thank you for that question, our faculty rep. You know, I was also teaching in PUP, in the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, in one of its campuses in Santa Rosa, Laguna. So in that campus, masyadong dilapidated yung mga classrooms. Almost babagsak na sa ulo mo yung roof ng campus. And hindi lang ito sa Santa Rosa, but in all other campuses that PUP has, no? In CNSC, I recognize that there are several campuses outside of DAET, main campuses. And on my study, iba-iba nga ang kalagayan ng mga campuses natin. may mga projects tayo, pero the projects are also not enough to meet the needs of the campuses. So anong strategy? Number one, tingnan muna natin yung readiness ng ating mga campuses. Sometimes because when you invest money, you invest resources in a campus na hindi ready, baka masayang lang. So it should be given to a more ready. Pero paano naman magiging ready yung hindi ready? So we will conduct studies, no? Pag-aralan natin ng mabuti. And also, kung hindi kaya sa ating GAA, we can look for other sources. In my experience as Undersecretary of PLLO, I deal with the Senate and the House. And the Senate and the House, sila po yung may hawak ng budget. So we can basically ask for help, no, sa ating mga legislators and even in DBM, no, especially for unprogrammed funds. Usually binibigay din yan as long as we have a better and a good proposition. No? So that is my answer. So we will make sure that all these campuses will be given opportunities for resource allocation and development in innovation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your second question is from our alumni representative, Mr. Reniel Gutierrez, a BS Entrepreneurship graduate from batch 2022.
Good morning, sir. This is your question from alumni sector. How do you intend to involve alumni, industry partners, and government agencies in mobilizing resources and creating sustainable programs for the college growth? I repeat. How do you intend to involve alumni, industry partners, and government agencies in mobilizing resources and creating sustainable programs for the college growth?
Thank you for that question, sir. Our objective is for that alumni and other stakeholders to be collaborative with what we have to do in CNSC. And not just, hindi lang sila yung nagdo-donate sa atin. Because my idea here is that it should be collaboration, not donation. Of course, the donation of our alumni and other stakeholders are very, very important. But somehow, sometimes, donation are short-lived. We need to have a sustainable program with our alumni. So pwede natin gawin. We can form industry-based groups, no, among alumni. So yung mga architects, mga engineers, so they can form alumni-based organizations or alumni groups that can help us, for example, in curriculum development. Pwede nating silang isanggunihan ng ano ang mga advances, anong mga trends ngayon sa industry so that our instructions will be driven and also be in line with industry demands. Pwede din nating hingin ng tulong ating alumni, especially for board exam preparations for our students. Pwede ring maging tulong ang alumni at ang other stakeholders sa pag-sponsor, no, ng mga estudyante natin na kulang sa financial capacity to take the board exams. Pwede ka mag-sponsor isa-isa. No? Pwede rin tayong karoon ng mga, sabihin natin, alumni database. In my school in GRIPS in Tokyo, Japan, we award every month Alumnus of the Month. So it gives some kind of a pride, no, sa honor sa mga alumni natin. So nagkakaroon sila ng penchant or ng reason to help the university. We can also unleash the power of social media. No, yung mga LinkedIn profiles pwede nating pagsama-samahin so that we can identify which among our alumni are the best so that they can also be ambassadors of CNSC, no? And makatulong sa atin in all others, especially in research and instruction. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from our student sector, to be read by Mr. Christian J. Marmol, the Internal Affairs Officer of the Union Student Supreme Government.
Good morning, sir. Ito po ang tanong mula sa hanay ng mga estudyante. Sa kabila ng kakulangan ng mga establishmento at ng sobrang init ng mga silid-aralan na nagiging hadlang sa komportableng pag-aaral, paano ninyo sisiguruhin na ang pag-unlad ng mga pasilidad ay hindi lamang pisikal na pagpapaganda, kundi tunay na tutugon sa aktwal na pangangailangan ng mga estudyante, guro at kawani ayon sa mga prinsipyo ng accessibility, sustainability at inclusivity. Ulitin ko po, sa kabila ng kakulangan ng mga establishmento at ng sobrang init ng mga silid-aralan na nagiging hadlang sa komportableng pag-aaral, paano ninyo sisiguruhin na ang pag-unlad ng mga pasilidad ay hindi lamang pisikal na pagpapaganda, kundi tunay na tutugon sa aktwal na pangangailangan ng mga estudyante, guro at kawani ayon sa mga prinsipyo ng accessibility, sustainability at inclusivity?
Thank you, my dear student, for that question. So I have two strategies. The first strategy is that kailangan natin ayusin ang scheduling at ang pagtatag ng mga students in their enrollment pa lang. Sa enrollment pa lang, kailangan natin ayusin. Why? Because sometimes, too crowded yung isang section, sumainit, no? Because it really takes time to build classrooms. No, it cannot be done in 3 months. It takes time to build classrooms. So what we can do is gamitin muna natin kung ano meron tayo and make necessary adjustments. Pwede nating ayusin ang ratio ng estudyante sa classroom and faculty so that instructions would be better. Ayusin natin ang ratio ng workload ng mga teachers so that they can deliver more and also engage in innovation and research. Pwede nating ayusin ang schedule ng mga bata, ng mga estudyante, so that yung kanilang breaks ay hindi sobrang haba. No, some of them can be in the classrooms for the entire morning at pwedeng sa hapon iba namang estudyante. So that's one strategy. Another strategy would be long-term. Ano yung long-term strategies? We have to identify which of the spaces here in CNSC, in other campuses, are available for building structures. And then, pag-aaralan natin, ipopropose natin sa RDC so that we can get capital outlay. And then, there's also another avenue. We can ask for help from other stakeholders. Hindi lamang sa Senate and House, but we can also tap alumni and other non-government organizations who are willing to help CNSC.
Thank you, sir. The fourth is from the non-teaching personnel representative. Let's call on Ms. Shirley Prado, the Admin Assistant 3 and the NTEA Auditor.
Good morning once again. Good morning, sir. On behalf of the Non-Teaching Employees Association, here is your question. There have been growing concerns among non-teaching personnel about unequal opportunities and instances of power tripping or favoritism within the institution. As a presidential aspirant, how will you ensure a fair and empowering work environment where every employee, teaching or non-teaching, is treated with equal respect, opportunity, and recognition? Ulitin ko po. There have been growing concerns among non-teaching personnel about unequal opportunities and instances of power tripping or favoritism within the institution. As a presidential aspirant, how will you ensure a fair and empowering work environment where every employee, teaching or non-teaching, is treated with opportunity and recognition?
Thank you, ma'am, for that question. We can probably start with hiring. I know that your PSB, Personal Selection Board, right now does not have representative from NTEA. No? So ang gagawin natin is, let's look at our merit selection plan and see how we can amend that to include the representation of NTEA, especially for hiring of non-teaching personnel. And I believe you have a lot, marami kayong bakante, no, under the ROS. No, marami tayong pupunuin in the next coming months. So that's one, representation is very, very important because pag walang representation, walang voice. No, walang voice. And you cannot contribute to the framework and to the roadmap. Our idea here is that non-teaching staff should not look at CNSC as a dead end, but as a means towards greater promotion at growth. No? So, hindi lang sa representations, but also we will also include them in all our activities, including scholarships and incentives. No? Karamihan kasi na nabibigyan ng scholarships, faculty talaga yan. But yung non-teaching, medyo nale-left out. So we can we can also do a program for our non-teaching staff. Lifelong learning, pwede natin, micro-credentials, pwede natin gawin para matulungan ang ating mga non-teaching staff also to grow side by side our faculty members. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. And your last question for this round will come from our private sector representative, Ma'am Mergy Moraleda from the Camarines Norte Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Hello. Good morning again. Good morning, sir. As college president, how will you engage in partnership and joint venture with the stakeholders to generate revenues for CNSC's development? Again, as college president, how will you engage in partnership and joint ventures with the stakeholders and to generate revenues to CNSC's development? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for that question again. So our goal here is that CNSC could also be an engine for development, not only in Camarines Norte, but the entire Bicol region. So ano ang strategy natin pwedeng gawin? We start with research. Our research should be able to help local government units. Paano po yan? Yung mga policy recommendations natin should be able to help local government units. We start in a research, yung research magiging extension, yung extension mapupunta sa policy recommendations ng improvement ng local government units. We can also do joint ventures. For example, one of the key priorities under the DOST HNRDA is yung development of local products. So we can also do joint ventures. Ano ba ang local product na talagang household name sa Camarines Norte? Then we can develop a partnership with local government units to improve, to process, to make it commercially available. So that can also be a form of an IGP for the school. Magiging siyang income generating sa ating school. And that can also help in the payment of our others COS, for example, yung mga contract of workers natin. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Atty. Estavez. Thank you so much to our 5 sectoral representatives. So that completes our first round. So let us brace ourselves for the second round of questioning.
Camarines Norte State College Public Forum and Candidates Presentation for CNSC Presidency would like to extend our deepest and heartfelt gratitude to the following. CNSC Presidency Working Committee, headed by our Director and Program Chair, Dr. Jerome H. Valdemoro, Program Vice Chairperson, Dr. Irene V. Ablao, Dr. Maria Angela Josefa G. Pio Quinto, Mr. Mark Lester Acune, Mr. Silvestre E. Aborde, Mr. Genevieve L. Elep, Ms. Maria Viennica A. Gosse, Mr. Samuel Rivera, Mr. Odelio de la Cruz, Mr. Genaro Balauro, Mr. Russell John Belarma, Ms. Jennifer Alarcon, Mr. Kim Alfonso Reynes, Ms. Shala Rica E. Mancenido, Mr. Rodel S. Elises, Ms. Shara N. Pabires, Ms. April D. Ocampo, Mr. Paulo C. Payumo, Ms. Crisel Joy Loreno, Ms. Jason B. Santos, Mr. Adonis L. Salen II, Ms. Antoinette B. Villen, and Ms. Emerald B. Chavez. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to our 2 PICRO staff, our 10 ITSO staff, 10 ROTC officers, our 52 CPAO team, our 15 HM student servers, and our official student publication of CNSC. Thank you so much to our breakthrough staff.
This is the second round of our Q&A session. So if you remember, our sectoral representatives read one question that was contributed by a member of that sector. So all the rest of the questions are now inside this bowl. Sir Romil from COTT shall help me with the second round. And our candidates here will pick one question that the candidate has to answer. So one by one, they will pick, and then it will be given to me. I will read it twice. So Sir Romil, could you please hand the bowl to Dr. Maliga? Dr. Maliga, this is your question. I will read it twice. Describe your approach to managing conflict among faculty, staff, and administration. Give a specific example where you succeeded or failed. Again, describe your approach to managing conflict among faculty, staff, and administration. Give a specific example where you succeeded or failed.
Thank you. Management conflict. By experience, in our college, I was able to manage conflict by talking to those faculty who are involved. Majority of our management conflict is yung tinatawag nating professional jealousy. Ano po? So, minsan, like the questions addressed to me a while ago na parang may favoritism. Diba? So, nagkakaroon kami ng management conflict. But I address it by talking to them personally, both of them, usapan kaming harap-harapan, and then asking them, what is your problem? And how will I solve this problem? So again, we will meet halfway. Now, hindi kasi mawawala ang management conflict. Lagi po magkakaroon yan. Kaya lang, syempre, as a leader, how you manage it is one of the characteristic of a leader. So, yun po, talking to them, addressing it by giving them a chance to explain both sides and explaining my sides on how to resolve this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maligat. Now let's have our second candidate to pick a question and to be answered again within 2 minutes. Sir, this is kind of long, so please bear with me. Leadership in a state college requires balancing administrative duties, academic excellence, and the welfare of both students and employees. If elected president, how will you make difficult decisions when academic integrity and institutional politics come into conflict? And how can the community trust that you will prioritize truth, fairness, and transparency over personal or political interest? I will repeat the question, sir. Leadership in a state college requires balancing administrative duties, academic excellence, and the welfare of both students and employees. If elected president, how will you make difficult decisions when academic integrity and institutional politics come into conflict? And how can the community trust that you will prioritize truth, fairness, and transparency over personal or political interests?
Thank you. I have been there. I have done that. I think the best way to do it is to show that you are a leader by example. You have to show to the community na ikaw ay matibay, na ikaw ay incorruptible, na kaya mong makisalamuha sa mga politicians. Hindi yan bago sa academic institution. As an academic institution, there's always those politicians who would like to be part of the institution. So as president, you just need to, of course, sabi nga, makisama tayo sa kanila. Pakisamahan natin lahat. Of course, I would like to emphasize na hindi mo isinusuko yung paninindigan mo bilang isang leader. Sabi ko nga, I have been there, kinaya kong manindigan, kahit ang naging kapalit ay yung aking second term, kinaya kong tumayo sa aking prinsipyong pinaniniwalaan. That's really a balancing act that a leader must know how to do it. You should know how to say no and when to say yes. We are not here to please everyone. We are here to manage the institution. We are here to perform our mandated function as president, as enshrined in the Republic Act 8292. Kung nagawa ko yan in the past, I can do it better.
Thank you, Dr. Abanto. Now let's have Atty. Estavez to pick his question. Sir, this is your question. The previous administrative force for a while po. The previous administrative faced issues with lapsed NCAs, resulting in unutilized funds and missed opportunities for projects and services. If you become the next CNSC president, what specific measures will you implement to ensure that such lapses will not happen again and that all allocated funds are properly used for institutional development? Again, the previous administrative faced issues with lapsed NCAs, resulting in unutilized funds and missed opportunities for projects and services. If you become the next CNSC president, what specific measures will you implement to ensure that such lapses will not happen again and that all allocated funds are properly used for institutional development?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. I'm aware of those that lapsed, ng mga pera na naglapse sa CNSC, especially on SMART and CHED grants, no? It doesn't just happen in CNSC. It also happens in other state universities and even in CHED. May mga naglalapse din talaga. So it's a reality that we have to face. Our strategy, or my strategy, would be, number one, we have to make sure that the projects that we will be proposing ready, shovel ready na siya. Ibig sabihin na pag-aralan na natin kung paano natin siya i-implement, mapag-aralan na natin kung anong mga requirements, because sometimes or most often than not, delays happen in the process. Ibibigay yung pera, magkakaroon ng bidding, sobrang tagal kasi hindi pa ready yung request. Hindi pa ready yung mga documents. So whenever we propose projects, it should be shovel ready. And we have to make sure na dapat yung ating mga projects na ito ay talagang implementable. Implementable. No? Hindi yung iisipin pa natin paano siya gagawin. May darating, iisipin natin kung paano siya gagawin. Mahirap po mag-isip, especially when you're pressed of time. I understand that those projects were given late in the fiscal year. So there was really not much time to do the bidding and all. So ang suggestion ko and my strategy is always prepare. Planning is number one. Dapat planning ang nauuna sa atin. So those who fails to plan, plans to fail. And those who fail are actually nag-fail sa planning. So, In short, ang gagawin natin is it should always be shovel ready. All our proposals should be prepared so that all that we have to do is just to execute them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Atty. Estavez. And these questions have come from all the 5 sectors. We would like to emphasize, the search committee would like to emphasize that your questions will not be wasted. All the questions here in the bowl will be asked to our 3 candidates later in their closed-door forum. Now, we are awaiting instructions from the committee if we are still to welcome some questions or we shall end the second round. Question for all. Okay, so this time we're going to pick 1 each. So another round. So we will have another round. So each of them will still have to pick 1 question to answer. And again, you have 2 minutes. Please approach Dr. Maliga for another question. Sir, it's blank. We request you to pick again. There's none in here, so we're asking Dr. Maliga to pick another question. Here is the question, sir. And this is from working students. It's specified here. Sa harap ng hamon ng pagtutugma ng trabaho at pag-aaral, anong mga konkretong programa ang inyong ipatutupad upang suportahan ang ating mga working students? Hindi lamang sa aspetong pinansyal, kundi pati sa kanilang mental health, academic flexibility, at oportunidad para sa akademikong paglago. Ulitin ko po, sa harap ng hamon ng pagtutugma ng trabaho at pag-aaral, anong mga konkretong programa ang inyong ipatutupad upang suportahan ang ating mga working students, hindi
sila ng isang schedule wherein they can choose na hindi maapektuhan ang kanilang trabaho. For example, ang trabaho nila ay sa hapon. Bigyan natin sila ng schedule na para sa umaga lang. O baliktarin natin, kung panghapon naman sila, bigyan natin sila ng panghapong schedule para hindi naaabala ang kanilang trabaho. Kasi alam natin, kahit pa tayo ay free tuition, kailangan pa rin nila ng support financially. So paano? Pwede pa rin natin silang bigyan ng 50% discount sa ating mga hostel. So, mababa na po yun. 50% kung ikaw ay working students at nagdo-dorm ka dito, bigyan natin ng discount ang mga estudyante. And, of course, sa mental health natin, may special access sila, may special sila sa ating mga guidance counselor na laging bumibisita sa kanila para matugunan ang kanilang mental health. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maligat. Now let's have Dr. Abanto for his question. This is the question, given that the growing mental health needs require substantial long-term funding, what innovative financial strategy will you develop to sustainably fund expanded psychological and mental health services, such as counseling, testing, and well-being programs mandated by various laws? and ensure equitable access across campus without relying solely on increasing tuition fees. Again, given that the growing mental health needs requires substantial long-term funding, what innovative financial strategy will you develop to sustainably fund expanded psychological and mental health services such as counseling, testing, and the well-being programs mandated by various laws, and ensure equitable access across campus without relying solely on increased tuition fees?
Okay, mental health of the students. Siyempre, we need really to strengthen our guidance and counseling office. We know that being a student in a state college is really very difficult. Yung mental stress, ramdam yan. Pero meron tayong mechanism para dyan. Kaya kailangan maka-hire tayo ng mga magagaling na guidance counselors para makatulong doon sa ating mga estudyante. Access, we are advocating for inclusive education. Regardless kung ikaw man ay membro ng indigenous cultural community, person with disability, lahat yan may pagkakataon na makapag-aral ng libre sa CNSC. Meron tayong approved ng board, yung Equal Opportunity Principle para magkaroon ng patas na access yung ating mga nagpaplanong mag-aral sa CNSC. Pangalawa, siguro, we need to improve our student park para kahit papano, pagkatapos na mag-aral yung mga bata, meron silang napupuntahan pagka sila gusto magpahinga. Yung guro, kailangan din ng mental health break. Pagka tayo ay mental health break ayon sa ating schedule, pilitin natin na dapat sila nakabakasyon din. Kung yung DepEd nga, nagawa nila, di ba? Bakit tayo sa higher education institution hindi natin magawa? These are all possibilities that we will exploit once I am elected as president. Like what I have said, kung meron man akong bentahe, ito yung pagiging dati kong Pangulo. Alam ko kung paano natin mailulusot yung mga pulisiyang sa tingin natin mahirap ilusot. Provided wala tayong batas na nasasagasaan, provided consistent tayo sa anumang batas, gagawin natin yon para sa mental health break ng lahat. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Abanto. It's now Dr. Estavez's turn. This is the last question for the day. What measures will you implement to ensure that CNSC faculty members fully benefit from merit promotion? And how do you plan to secure this for them? Do you intend to strictly enforce faculty alignment across CNSC campuses? And if so, how will you ensure fairness and consistency? Again, what measures will you implement to ensure that CNSC faculty members fully benefit from merit promotion? And how do you plan to secure this for them? Do you intend to strictly enforce faculty alignment across CNSC campuses? And if so, how will you ensure fairness and consistency?
Thank you for that question. For our faculty, what are the measures that I would undertake to ensure that our faculty are given the promotion that they deserve? As a lawyer, I will strictly adhere to the merit and selection plan. And merit and promotion should be based on merit and excellence. Ang tanong, yung faculty alignment ba i-enforce natin sa main campus as well as in other campuses of CNSC? My answer is yes. Because this is required under the law. This is also required under CMOs. So, kailangan nating mag-comply with this alignment. But the question is, paano yung mga faculty na hindi aligned? No? So this is where our intervention would come in. Ang intervention natin is really to take a look at the faculty profile and see where they should fit in. Pwedeng malipat yung ibang faculty na hindi aligned sa program doon sa program kung saan siya aligned para magkaroon ng plan for that faculty, a good plan for that faculty. So titingnan natin ang profile ng mga faculty natin. We will support them through scholarships and other incentives as well as in research. And we will see to it that in 3 to 5 years, our faculty are aligned and our faculty has probably 30 to 50% of our faculty members have also their PhD. Thank you.
Thank you, Atty. Estavez. Thank you to all our candidates. And that, friends, complete our public forum for today. So we just fervently pray that whoever wins the presidency will find perfect balance between firm leadership and humane relationship with those under you. May you be blessed with a heart that thinks and a mind that feels. With that, thank you all for your meaningful engagement. God bless CNSC.
Thank you very much to our dear candidates, Dr. Rusty G. Abanto, Dr. and Attorney Ryan L. Estavez, and Dr. Daniel E. Maliga Jr. We'd also like to thank our dear moderator, Miss Jennifer San Juan Alarcon, the CNSC and Tienza Campus Program Chairperson for BSED English, assisted by Sir Romil Rafon of COTT, and to everyone who actively participated in our forum. To cap off today's fruitful and enlightening discussion, let us hear a message of reflection as he gives his closing remarks. A round of applause to our CNSC OIC President, Dr. Edgar P. Aban.
Sa ating mga ginagalang na miyembro ng lupuan ng mga trustee na pinamumunuan ni Kagalang-galang Michelle D. Ong, Commissioner ng Komisyon sa Lalong Mataas na Edukasyon, sa namamahala ng pagsusuri sa susunod na Pangulo na namuno sa ating institusyon, sa pangunguna ni Kagalang-galang Melabel Ho, sa Pangulo ng PASOK, Dr. Tirso Ronquillo, sa ating mga panauhin, mga kapwa ko kawani at dalabguro ng ating pamantasan. Sa inyo, mga mag-aaral, ang pagbati ko na may kagalakan sa inyong lahat. As we draw the public presentation to a close, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all who have taken a part this momentous event. Today, we witness the aspirations, vision, and passion of exceptional individuals, each eager to steer Camarines Norte State College toward the future of excellence and progress. Your presence and participation have given strength and meaning this search. The thoughtful questions, attentive listening, and genuine engagement from everyone here truly reflect our shape, hope for the continued advancement of our institution. To all the candidates, thank you for your candidly sharing your ideas and aspirations. Your dedication to CNSC's mission and your readiness to serve are genuinely valued. As the process moves forward and finally decision is reached, let us all remain united in our commitment to the ideals and dreams we hold for CNSC. May the best individual, driven by wisdom, integrity, and profound love for our beloved college. Be chosen, lead us into a new chapter. Thank you for your support and for joining us in the shaping the future University of Camarines Norte. Together, let us continue to work for the betterment of CNSC. May the best man win. Advance congratulations and mabuhay po kayong lahat. Mabuhay ang CNSC.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aban, for your inspiring closing remarks. We would like to invite our dear candidates for presidency for a quick photo opportunity, as well as our dear search committee for presidency, CNSC Board of Trustees, and our administrative council members. At this point, we would also like to extend our deepest and heartfelt gratitude to the following committees. Camarines Norte State College Public Forum and Candidates Presentation for CNSC Presidency Search Committee, headed by Dr. Milabel E. Ho, Dr. Raul F. Muyo, Dr. Tirso A. Ronquillo, Mr. Abner C. Villar, Ms. Christine May B. Deauna, Attorney Winston S. Racoma, and Dr. Irene V. Ablao. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to our dear Board of Trustees, headed by Honorable Dr. Michelle A. O, Honorable Edgar P. Aban, Honorable Jocelyn Grace A. Kalimlim, Honorable Edna Cynthia S. Berses, Honorable Rodel P. Tornilla M.A.B.E., Honorable Romel R. Serrano Seso III, Honorable Congresswoman Josefina B. Taliado, Honorable Antonio B. Dongon Maed, Honorable Attorney Edmundo R. Devesa II, and Honorable John Adrian I. Clasio. Extending our gratitude to our dear sectoral representatives, Dr. Annalyn Ramos, our faculty representative, to our alumni representative, student representative, non-teaching and private sector representative. Maraming salamat po. Extending our gratitude to our dear Administrative Council, headed by our OIC President, Dr. Edgar P. Aban, Vice President for Finance and Administration, Dr. Maria Cristina C. Azuelo, Vice President for Research and Extension, Dr. Rosalie A. Almadrones, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Dolores C. Volante. We would also like to acknowledge the presence and extend our gratitude to the Bicol State College of Applied Sciences and Technology Board Secretary 5, Attorney Sharifa S.J. Kencose, and of course, to our dear BISCAS President, Dr. Charlie Nacario. Camarines Norte State College Public Forum and Candidates Presentation for CNSC Presidency would like to thank our dear Working Committee, headed by our Director and Program Chair, Dr. Jerome H. Valdemoro, our Program Vice Chairperson, Dr. Irene V. Ablao, Dr. Maria Angela Josefa G. Pio Quinto, Mr. Mark Lester Acunin, Mr. Sylvester E. Aborde, Miss Genevieve L. Elef, Miss Maria Viennica A. Gosse, Mr. Samuel De Vera, Mr. Odelio De La Cruz, Mr. Genaro Balauro, Mr. Russell John Belarma, Miss Jennifer Alarcon, Mr. Kim Alfonso Reynes, Miss Shala Rica E. Mancenido, Mr. Rodel S. Elises, Miss Shara N. Padires, Miss April D. Ocampo, Mr. Paulo C. Payumo, Miss Crisel Joy Loreno, Mr. Jason B. Santos, Mr. Adonis Salen II, Miss Antoinette B. Villan, and Miss Emerald B. Chavez. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to our dear PICRO staff, ITSO staff, ROTC officers, CPAO team, HM student servers, and our breakthrough staff, the official student publication of CNSC. At this point, may we now request everyone to once again rise as we sing with pride and honor the CNSC hymn, to be led by the CNSC Culture and Performing Arts Unit, Cantare. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give due respect as we now witness the exit of colors, to be led once again by the CNSC ROTC cadets. To formally conclude our program, we shall proceed with the recessional. As we bring this meaningful event to a close, let us remember that the future University of Camarines Norte lies in the choices and voices we raise today. Once again, on behalf of the entire CNSC community, thank you for your active participation. May this event be another milestone in our collective journey towards excellence and innovation. This has been your Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Kim Alfonso Ernest of the College of Trades and Technology. It has been an honor to be with you today. Maraming salamat po. Diyos mabalos, asin mabuhay ang Camarines Norte State College!
Pinasa